see the number 12 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gators will kick it away to start. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. To throw, it's Maryland. Finds his tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it, they're on the move.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The toss to the outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Going to swing it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He turns that loose down the right side. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down inbounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. as the ball makes its way into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no...
There he goes. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking for a man. It's Maryland. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Time to take a shot. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run from the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Might be changing the route. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Tompkins. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires toward the end zone. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel it.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They're going back to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Making side adjustments here. Off play action. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Running through contact. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Fires to the big fella. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Still looking on the move. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Looking downfield, it's Maryland. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Snap it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity like a gator in the swamp. He went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Dropping back, it's Maryland. Hauls it in. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both
breaks into the open. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense looks as if it's coming. They'll go with a direct snap. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Keeps looking downfield. Fires fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hope. He's out of bounds at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. Nice move, creates some space. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that ball is live in the backfield.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Maryland. Here's a heat. Turns it loose. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
A loss of 11 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pulls it in. It's Cooks. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds us back in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Love the 3rd down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back. He's at the and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, that's a great example of KYP, know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the left. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cooks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Got it in the middle, it's Cooks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to throw again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that's going to tie it up.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Direct snap. Running into the open space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. There on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Snap into the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Here's the handoff. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Now, 4th down.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. The Gators decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The kick is on its way. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
way to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Maryland. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball's incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll go with a direct snap. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Irish! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Looking downfield on first down. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Wants to fire on second down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
Brings it in down the right side. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages.
Turning it on! Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, the defense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Pulls it, fired complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. And they'll take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game right at the end.